When I think of chic fashion, it's not just about the trends or the prices, but it's a matter of the pieces and the details that really make that chic. And currently there's a trend that's going on right now, things I deem as chic. And I did a video for my Instagram. I will insert down below if you're interested. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a long form video of all the things I did not mention in that 30-second video. A girl can chat about some chic things, let's just say that. Now, chic is subjective, okay? What I deem as chic may not be chic to you, but honestly that's the fun of it. Because chic doesn't have rules. It's what makes you feel most presentable, what makes you feel most confident, most fabulous. So this is everything I find incredibly chic. Number 1. Less is more, or having a staple outfit. Some of the most stylish women and men on the planet have a staple outfit, or really just a very small capsule wardrobe, and they stick by it and they love it. Emphasis on they love it, because you can tell when someone's wearing an outfit and they know that they look confident, they feel themselves in that clothing, they love the clothing that they are wearing. I once read an article way back in the day, I think I was like maybe like, I don't know, 15, but it stuck with me because one of the women said that she really keeps 3 outfits on rotation that she loves and adores that truly feel like her. And I think having an outfit formula that is so true to you is the chicest thing possible. It's kind of like having your own jewelry stack or jewelry that you always wear, but it really goes to show that you don't need 100 pieces, you don't need 100 jeans, you don't need 100 white t-shirts. I mean, you could if you want to, I won't judge. But when you have the basics and they fit you like a glove, okay, emphasis on the tailoring, the fit, those pieces will go a mile of a difference as opposed to the pieces that really fit you ill, that you know, don't really gravitate towards. I don't know how to put it into words, but there's a sense of confidence that you get from wearing outfits that you love and adore and that feel like you. A cape jacket. These are very in trend as well right now, but for a rightful reason, and I think they are so fabulous. Who doesn't want to be walking down the street with a cape? I mean, hello, superhero. I am Batwoman. No, Batwoman doesn't use a cape. Who's the one with the cape? I am Superwoman. Plus, I also think it's a really great way to zhuzh up maybe a boring trench coat. Like, you wouldn't expect people to wear a cape. You expect people to wear a jacket or a coat. But instead, you're fabulous, you're chic, you wear a cape. I was gonna say this is a little bit biased, but then again, this is my video, things I deem as chic. Women in menswear. I personally love menswear on women. It could be the Capricorn rising in me. That's how I dress, that's how I love to look, and I love blazers, I love suits, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I think women in menswear is something that maybe you wouldn't immediately expect, and therefore that's why I deem it as chic. Personally, I think women in menswear do it exceptionally well. The skinny cigarette pant with a 2-strap heel, the oversized blazer, the midi skirt, all of which is so beautiful, I think. Long leather gloves with jewelry over top. Very impractical, because the second you take off that glove, you have to take off all the jewelry, but incredibly chic. Trinkets and trays. Trays all throughout the home. Doesn't even matter where it is, as long as there's a tray. A tray to pick up your little trinkets. This is my current tray right now. It's from Anthropologie. I actually love this tray. It says bonjour. It's very French inspired. That means, oh, that was a crystal that fell. Is that good luck? But I think a tray that fits your style is super chic. Monogrammed robes, pillowcases, or frankly monogrammed anything. I firmly believe that you should invest in your bed, because you spend so much time in your bed. Your bed should be the most fabulous place you go to. So to have monogrammed sheets or monogrammed pillowcases is even extra more fabulous. Worn in loved handbags. You know the feeling of when you buy a new handbag and you're a little bit scared to even use it, like it's too precious. 1, likely with a worn-in handbag you're not going to have that fear mindset, and 2, a worn-in handbag means that you clearly love and adore that piece. And when a piece is worn every single day, to me it becomes synonymous to you. That being said, I think a worn-in handbag also just looks better, like it looks more loved. The Jane Birkin effect. I mean, mind you, by the end of its legs it was looking like it was on its last legs, but it was still beautiful. It screams, this is my most used handbag because I love it so much. Even if it's not something you wear every single day. You know, people down the street don't need to know that. Big eyeglasses. This is my dream for when I'm older. I did try on a couple pairs recently and they're just not me quite yet. One day. But every single fashion icon on the planet has a pair of giant eyeglasses. I truly think it's probably the chicest thing on the whole planet. When I think of someone who has big eyeglasses, I immediately think of the fashion icon Iris Apfel, and I think, wow, I would love to be her one day. I think she unfortunately passed away last year, but I remember they were doing an auction soon after, and I remember in the auction they had all her eyeglasses. I don't think they were like, you know, the best of the best eyeglasses. They were mostly like costume eyeglasses. They were definitely not the ones that she was wearing on a daily basis, that's for sure. But amazing women like her that are wearing those eyeglasses, you just know. You just know that they have style. Or maybe it's not style, but maybe it's home design. I know you have something in there. You have some sort of creative genius in you. Handheld clutches. Now, Victoria Beckham does this very well. She has a couple clutches where you have to hold the clutch. I will of course insert some photos because I'm explaining horribly, but something about holding the clutch or even holding the pouch like Bottega Veneta, it gives off that cool girl energy. It also gives off, you know, I can get robbed in 2 seconds, but it's definitely not the most safest of handbag styles, that's for sure, but you still look fabulous. Suede skirts, specifically midi skirts or even full length skirts. I know that suede is very much in trend right now, but I do believe honestly suede is a classic. I think it's a little bit more understated than a leather skirt because I think it's a little bit more casual. If there's one thing you need to know about me is that I love a turtleneck, but specifically these trench coats that have a very high collar. Bonus points because they're actually supposed to keep you warm, you know, from the outside wind to the snow and the rain and hail and whatnot. I don't care if it has function or not, okay? It looks fabulous and it looks hella chic. Your whole neck is incognito, pair it with a big sunglass, you are mysterious to the whole world. I bought a Burberry trench back in April, but when I bought it I was like, oh, I'll only need one trench for the rest of my life, and now I'm like, I don't know about that one. I think I want a navy trench coat with a high collar. Pinstripes, but specifically navy pinstripes. I'm so happy that we are seeing more of these because back in the day, I'm talking like 5 years back, I love a pinstripe and I'm telling you, it was hard to find pinstripe things. Now it's a little bit more mainstream, a little bit more popular, and thank God for that. I still love a black pinstripe or a gray pinstripe, but I don't think it has the same effect as a navy. If you are the same, would love to get your thoughts on that. Let me know. You have a collection of magazines just sitting on the ground. Bonus points if it's one publication and you have been racking up that collection for years. I know many people that have been collecting the Vogue magazines month after month. Any collection of magazines or books that are styled in your home, beyond chic. It shows that you like to read and we all need our education, and you're committed. You are committed to the drive of the collection. That I can get behind. You are incredibly chic. One of my dreams to own one day is a Louis Vuitton trunk. As Louis Vuitton is most known for their trunks, there is truly nothing I probably want more, in my home at least, than a Louis Vuitton trunk. And even if you don't love the Louis Vuitton monogram, I'm not the biggest fan, I can get behind it. I have a couple Louis Vuitton bags, but the monogram on the trunk I think just hits different. I also am obsessed with the way that the Louis Vuitton trunks age. I think they age beautifully no matter how old they are. I still think it is absolutely beautiful. If not, the older the better, in my opinion. And lastly, a coffee table that is true to you. Not your typical Tom Ford coffee tables or your Architectural Digest, okay? Something that is true to you. Maybe you love Prada, so you bought a whole book on Prada. Maybe you love Dior, so you bought a whole book on Dior, stuff like that. That was an awful example, but maybe you went to Greece and you bought a book on Greece. It doesn't have to be solely fashion or home, but it can be very synonymous to you. Something that's a little bit outside of the norm and not what you typically see on frankly every single staging website or home, but a coffee table book that you love and adore, chic. All right, guys, I would love to get your thoughts and opinions on what I deem as chic and what you deem as chic as well. Remember, this is all in good fun, okay? None of this should be taken seriously. What I deem as chic may not be chic to you, and that's totally okay. The word chic and honestly fashion in general is subjective. So I would love to know what you deem as chic in the comments. Please let me know. Let's start up a little discussion. I hope you enjoyed this almost random, hopefully fun video of mine, and I will leave you guys with another video recommendation here in case you want to watch more. Thank you so much for watching. It truly does mean the absolute most to me, and I will see you guys in next Sunday's video. Bye, guys.